Hi, good morning, seventh period. Now, before you start reviewing for multiplying and dividing fractions, before we get into more problems, let's go ahead and review the ones that you got for day 25. Okay, these are the ones you had. Okay, you were supposed to submit on the next slide the work. So let me show you the work on this one. Let me show you the answers, and then let me review them, and then we'll get started on the new on the review today. Okay, let's review these questions though. So on the first four, you were multiplying fractions one through four. These are the ones you did already. Okay, they were on the day 25. Okay, so on this one, you're multiplying. So you just multiply across. Just multiply across, multiply across. So 2 times 3 is 6, and then 3 times 5 is 15. Okay. Now, you can leave it like this or you can simplify it. Okay. If you're leaving it like this, then I'm not going to give you extra credit. But if you're simplifying it, then you're getting extra credit. Okay. So on this one, you can see that you can divide both of these numbers. Divide the top by 3 and divide the bottom by 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2, and then 15 divided by 3 is 5. This is your answer for number 1. Here's number 2. So for number 2, again, you multiply across because you're just multiplying. So 1 times 1 is 1, and then 5 times 2 is 10. And there it is. That's your answer. Okay? And then again, for number 3, multiply across because you're just multiplying. Okay, 1 times 1 is 1, 5 times 2 is 10. Okay? And you should have noticed that they were the same one. Okay? I did that on purpose, but if you guys didn't notice it, then okay. And then number 4, again, multiply across. Multiply across. 2 times 4 is 8. 4 times 5 is 20. Now, once again, if you leave it like that, you're good, but you're not getting extra credit. But if you want to go ahead and get extra credit, simplify it. So half of 8 is 4 because they're even numbers. Half of 20 is 10. And then you can still simplify it more because they're still even numbers. You can still divide even numbers. So half of 4 is 2. Half of 10 is 5. So there's your answers. So you should have had the same answers for all of them. Okay, this is 1/10, 1/10, and this is 2/5, and this is 2/5. Okay. All right, let's go on to number 5, 6, 7, and 8. These are division. So these are a little different. Remember on these, you have to, like the video said, keep, flip, change. Keep, flip, change. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and do number 5. So number 5, it's 2/3 divided by 1/5. So just like the video says, so you keep this, change this, and you flip it. Keep, change, flip. Keep, change, flip. So 2/3, change it to multiplication, and 1/5 becomes 5/1. It's flipped. It's the reciprocal, and then your answer is going to be 10/3. If you're going to leave it like that, just leave it. It's already simplified. I know this is an improper fraction, but we're going to leave it like that for now. Okay. Number 6, it was 2/7 divided by 5/3. Remember, keep the first one, change it to multiplication, and flip it. So when you flip it, now you're going to get 2 times 3, which is 6. 7 times 5 is 35. You can still simplify this. So you divide both by 6, the top and the bottom, the numerator and the denominator. You're going to get 6 divided by 6 is 1. And then 35 divided by 6 is 7. Okay? And then number 7, 3/5 divided by 10/4. Again, 3/5, keep it, change it to multiplication, and then it's 4/10. And then you multiply across. So it's 3 times 4 is 12. 5 times 10 is 50. So you can still simplify it because they're even numbers. Even numbers you can always simplify. So half of 12 is 6. Half of 50 is 25. There's your answer. You can't simplify it anymore. All right, and then number 8, the last one. So 3/2 times 9/4 now, because it's keep it, change it, and then flip it, the reciprocal of it. Okay, this is the reciprocal of that when you flip them like that. And now you multiply 3 times 9 is 27, 2 times 4 is 8. So make sure you check your answer so that your answer for this one is 27/8, and it's already simplified. You're good. All right, so this is the answers for 1 through 8. These are the ones you did on day 25, so double check them, make sure they're good, and then we're going to go ahead and review more of these, okay? And then you're going to get a quizzes. You might get a long quizzes, or you might get 2 little ones. All right, we'll see. We'll see. All right, guys, let's keep going. All right, so you're going to do what you did before. So you're going to start another page, okay? Start another page, either on the notebook or on a regular piece of paper. And you're going to do the same thing as you did before. Okay, you're going to make a line here or make a line there. If you already have it on here, just kind of trace it over, you know. And then you're going to put your name up here. The date today is the 19th, and then it's 7th period. And now you're going to put right here on the very top, this is the subject, this is what you're doing today. So you're multiplying and divide fractions. Okay, and we're going to multiply. We're reviewing today. Okay, it's not the same thing as before. We're reviewing. All right, so let's go ahead and review multiplying fractions. So to multiply fractions, so we have a fraction like this, 1/2 times 1/3. Okay, so what's step number 1? Step 1. Step 1. Step 1 is multiply the numerator, the 2 numerators. So multiply the numerators. Which is these guys. Multiply this times that. So in this case, 1 times 1 is 1. Okay, and then step 2 is multiply denominators, the numbers on the bottom. So 2 times 3, and this is 6. Okay, now if you don't need to simplify, just leave it like that. If you need to, then you'll put step 3, simplify. So for multiplying fractions, you have 3 steps. Step 1, you multiply the numerators. Step 2, you multiply the denominators, and you get your answer. If you need to simplify, then simplify. That is multiplying fractions. Let's go on to dividing fractions. Now, when you divide fractions, you're going to go ahead and use keep, change, flip, just like the video you saw. Keep, change, flip. So we have something like this, an example. 1/2 divided by 1/3. Okay, so keep it. That's step 1. Step 1 is keeping the first one the same. So we're going to keep the first one the same. We're going to change from division to multiplication. And then we're going to flip the last fraction. Flip it, which is the reciprocal. So now this becomes 3/1. And now you do the steps on the top. You do these steps. Step 1, multiply the numerators. So what's 1 times 3? And then step 2, multiply the denominators. 2 times 1 is 2. And then do we need to simplify it? No, we're good. We know and it's an improper fraction, but we'll leave it like that. So this is your review of multiplying and dividing fractions, okay? This is what we did. So you're going to copy this on a paper, either on this, something like this, or this. And you're going to go ahead and take a picture of this and submit it to me on the next slide. All right, guys? All right.